Hey, everybody! Hey, thank y'all for joining us. Debbie, Scott, Muriel Shaddle, I guess that's how you pronounce your last name. I apologize. David Meek, Heather Toes, Kathy Rhodes. Hey, Kathy Rhodes. We just saw you the other day. Bonnie Enderly, we saw Bonnie. Bonnie was at our retreat. Matter of fact, that video just played of our retreat, Living the Stories Retreat. Boy, if you missed it, you missed it. There's the website, livingthestoriesretreat.com. You got to come join us, y'all, next year. Isn't that right, guys? Ian, where'd you go? Where'd you go? Where are you going? Where did you go? I know, but you were getting something. Oh, you want to see yourself? Oh, that's true. Let's see. Oh, Lafayette, Indiana. Hey, Donna Clark is there. Craig Smith. Hey, guys, thank you guys for joining us. We're so glad you joined us. Listen, if you missed the retreat this year, you missed the retreat. Isn't that right, guys? Yeah, and we kept it really small. How many did we have? We had like, yeah, yeah. It was our first retreat ever. We did it over at Ridgecrest in Ridgecrest, North Carolina. Oh, isn't it though? Yeah, and we had about 100 people. We kept it real. What was odd about it? People ask us, how it went. It was our first retreat. It was our first retreat, and but so we didn't really know what to expect. I mean, I think all of us can agree with that. We really didn't know what to expect. Gus and I had a meeting with graphics and the people who helped us organize the retreat. Hey Gary, you're gonna have to move in a little to your laptop so we can hear you. And they organized it for us, and they did a fantastic job. So they say they can't hear anyone but me. Yeah, but hey, y'all, can y'all hear? Everybody give a test. Can y'all hear any of the other guys? Everyone only hears me. That's weird. Only hearing Josh on the live feed. Can't hear anyone but me. Well, what's that all about? I don't know. Well, everyone do sign language. Kathy can do that. Yeah, thanks, guys. Everyone's saying there's no sound from anyone but me. That's odd. Yeah, I'm not getting... Well, maybe. Let's see. Hey, guys. Hey, everyone online. Bear with me for just a second. I want to try to get to where everyone can be heard. And for some reason, no one can be heard right now. Let's see. That's really odd. Hey guys, everyone sit tight. Just sit tight for a second. Sit tight for a second. We'll be right back in just a little bit. No, the other guys aren't muted. It's just for some reason the system's not picking them up. Okay, everyone bear with me for just a second. David Meek says, this is fun. How about now? Can anybody hear?
Hey, is everybody there?
One, two.
Is that better?
Test.
Hello.
One.
Check.
Can you hear me now?
Can you hear me now? Uh,
Is that better? Can you hear me now?
what kind of elevator, says Gus Gacious?
Well, that's because Alan Kendall asked for some elevator music, so
Ah.
we're trying to be specific in what we were going to provide.
Are they?
So are we all home now?
Can we all hear? Let me redo the screen here. We've kind of
I
gotten
hear
off by.
everybody.
Almost. Someone says yes. Okay. Good. I'm glad because this is
Okay.
very, very odd. All right. Well, so we're talking about the retreat. We were talking about the retreat. Ian, are you there? Say something. Test.
I'm here, test. What's up, everybody? Hello.
Okay, he's here. Yes. Susan Helms. Thank you. All right. Hey, so the retreat. Retreat was amazing. We were at the Ridgecrest. This was our first retreat. It was our inaugural retreat. We really didn't know what to expect when we did it. But let me tell y'all and we discussed this when we were on the bus later. You know, everyone kept coming to us and saying how great it was, and y'all, we even had a healing.
Yeah.
We had, by someone there got healed, and someone that wasn't there got healed because of one night we had prayer for someone, and but it's odd when someone comes up to you and they say what an amazing time they had, and you don't feel like as the ones who were leading the retreat, you don't feel like you gave them what they felt like they got. Does that make any sense?
Well, the Spirit of the Lord was just so powerful that week. I mean, even through the fun times, the serious times, it was just things was happening left and right. We couldn't actually grasp the whole few days that we was together, what all was taking place, and it was just amazing.
It was amazing, and I really am thankful we were able to do it. But it being our first one, it goes to show you really whenever an anointing is on something or on somebody. Gus spoke, and he told me, he said, I'm out of my comfort zone, and I think all three of us can agree.
Way out.
I think the three of us can agree that we thought he was nuts for saying it, because when he spoke, it was amazing. It was amazing.
Yeah,
go ahead, Ian. I'm sorry.
No, I said it was fantastic. I agree.
Yeah, and so, it's really hard to describe what a great time it was if you weren't there. I know many people are with us here on in the comments, and many people have been talking about it, but they can tell you how great it was and how they enjoyed it. But we're doing it again.
We played Family Feud.
That's true. We did Family Feud. Yes. So in the little commercial that you all saw before we got started, there were some pictures there. We did a Tribute Quartet Family Feud, and it's funny because a lot of people thought there were right answers. There weren't right answers. It was a survey.
Yeah, thank goodness.
Yeah.
Our team did worse when we tried to guess the right answers. The right answers weren't ever up there.
That's right. Yeah.
Gus doesn't want to talk about Family Feud, though, because he lost pretty bad.
Well.
2 times.
Twice. Yeah, that's true.
There was that.
There was that.
I think the really cool thing, it was, and it's great at the end of it to get the feedback that everybody enjoyed it so much, because that's what we were hoping for. And the thing of it is it's very different than being in a one-night concert situation. This was 3 days together, and everybody got a really good chance to see us like we are every day. We don't think anything of it, but the fact of the matter is when you're into a place late in an afternoon and you're singing on stage for a couple hours and you're gone, there's not a lot of time there for people to get to know you in any way outside of the stage. And so that's what was really key to us about these 3 days was we wanted to get to know you and allow you to get to know us a little better, who we are as people. So what makes that scary is you're at the end of it, you're praying and hoping, well, I sure hope that they liked it. Maybe they didn't like us. It's like,
Right.
They get to know us, they're not going to like us. And it was very good to hear everybody just be so excited about what took place and be so touched by what took place. And because it was very raw for us, very, very different for us. And honestly, I enjoyed that. I really enjoyed it.
But it was a really amazing opportunity to actually form relationships with people.
Yeah.
Which is what was so important. It was so valuable. I mean, there are what I've been with the group of now officially 2.5 months, and I feel some of the people that were there at the retreat, I feel like I've known them for years through the group. And I think that was one of the things that was so valuable about it.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey,
can I just say one thing before we go forward, just for everybody that's watching this video? If you see me looking over to I'm recording the Zoom on my phone here, but my computer is there where I can see what y'all are saying to us. And so if you see me look over to the side, I'm not ignoring, I'm reading your comments. And if I go to respond, I'll have to type over there. So that's what's happening.
Oh, thank you for that clarification.
You're welcome.
Kathy York says, so glad it will be longer next year.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, that was a really cool thing too, was at the end of it, the last morning session, Gary asked, he said, and I mean, there's nothing, there's nothing more raw than to put that question out there and wait for that answer. And he said, hey, what, if we could change something, what would you change? The only suggestion we heard, it was unanimous in the room, needs to be longer.
Yeah.
Which I thought, wow, how awesome is that? So Gary and the ladies with Ex Nihilo went to work on it immediately, trying to see if that was possible. And fortunately it was. We've extended it by a day next year. So it's just, I mean, we were so excited about this one. And it was amazing. When it was over, it was kind of like, okay, next year. We're already working towards and thinking and excited about what we're going to do and experience next year.
And for those of you that are watching and you didn't get to be there with us this time, the reason the extra day will make it even better is because we did what was called sessions throughout the day. Yeah. The day would start with the session. Well, the first day that we were there, everybody had to check in the afternoon, but then we did an evening session where we could kind of let everybody know what we were doing. Then we went and we did a campfire session, which was really cool and intimate around the campfire, and we sang some songs. But the days were broken up by you have breakfast, but then you had a morning session, and you had lunch, and you had an afternoon session, and you had dinner, and you had an evening session, and there were some other things in there as well. But the time to get to visit and really socialize and everything, you had to do it in those meal times. And adding an extra day just gives so much more opportunity for more visiting, more socializing, but also to add greater types of content.
Yeah, Luther just posted on here. He said the retreat not only provided an opportunity to spend time with you, but as participants, we were able to form friendships within the fan base. And it's actually, I had several people come up to me afterwards that were already excited about next year being longer so that they would have time to fellowship with each other, which I thought, wow, that is such a cool thing that God allowed to happen during this time. It's like, people that came to this made new friendships and new bonds that they carried with them, back home, and are now in contact with those people and are looking forward to next year. So that's a very cool thing. I mean, that's I can't say
really
enough about how exciting it is.
It's really a special thing. It really
Yes.
is that you don't get in many places. Yeah.
Yeah, and something that we definitely need more of right now. I mean, with the way everything's gone, everything's been so isolated for so long. It's great getting to have those connections and have that support system and have it growing. That's fantastic.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, y'all can find everything you need to know about the retreat at livingthestoriesretreat.com. Matter of fact, I have a brochure actually right here. Here's the brochure. Retreat brochure. Boom. There it is. There we are. That's the brochure. It's going to be at Ridgecrest, North Carolina. Here, actually, I have the prices. People are asking what the prices are. Here's the prices. 3 days, 3 nights, 7 unique sessions. Yeah, we only had, how many sessions did we have this last time? We only had like
5. We had 5.
Only 5, and we've added 2 more sessions. Adults are $4.99 per person for double occupancy. That's 2 adults per room. Adults are $3.49 per person with a quad occupancy. That's 4 adults per room. Only $99 for a child 12 years and older, in a room with 2 paying adults, of course. Children 11 years and younger are free. Free. We all like free. Free with 2 paying adults in the room. Meal tickets need to be purchased for each child. But you can register by phone at this number right here, 615-290-3745. We even have a T-shirt.
Yeah.
We did a T-shirt. I probably should wear that T-shirt tonight. But one of us should have at least. You get a commemorative T-shirt. But y'all, it really is a great time that we have.
Oh. And that place is just beautiful.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
It's gorgeous.
That's beautiful. That's a great campus.
Yeah, and not just the campus, but the mountains surrounding it.
Oh.
And I kid you not, I hope it was stunning those couple days. Absolutely, we couldn't have asked for better weather. And matter of fact, it was gorgeous those 2 days, and then the last day it rained when we were leaving.
And let me add, Ridgecrest is just beautiful, absolutely beautiful. But the folks there are absolutely wonderful to work with. They were so kind, generous to us and to everyone that attended, and we couldn't have asked for anything better.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
They were so accommodating.
Absolutely.
Great.
Heather,
The coffee shop was amazing.
the what?
The coffee shop, it was wonderful.
Do you like coffee? Heather Toes says, "Are you going to be in Red Deer this year?" Unless Canada opens up, we can't.
Well, actually, Red Deer is not happening this year, I believe.
Yeah,
I've already heard that is off the books this year.
But even if it was happening, we can't come.
Yeah.
No. Let's see. Amanda Henry says she misses us out there in California.
Hey,
We miss y'all too.
We miss you.
Yeah. Melanie Goins. Gary, you may remember Melanie. From Group Lee. She was from Group Lee Logger at the time.
Oh, yes.
Melanie says, the quietest I've ever seen Gary.
I cannot get a word in with these 3.
The Guardian said, "Is Ian at a flea market booth?"
I saw that.
I'm guessing that's Pat. Listen here, whoever that is, ain't nothing in this flea market booth for sale.
Oh.
We do want to invite everybody to come and be a part.
Uh-oh.
And, to register soon, because we had a great rebook that week, and folks are already. It's not been there. They've heard about it. They're registering now, and we're not going to let it grow too big. We want to make it personal. So I recommend and highly encourage everyone to go ahead and register soon.
Yes. Get it done quick. Get it done quick. Get it done quick, because y'all, it sold out so fast last year.
Yeah. Well, and I think that's something that's really cool about this event, because there's some other events that we're talking about that will be different in the approach. And what makes this one unique is the fact that we are capping that capacity. We don't want it to be big, because we want to have the opportunity, like we had this first year, to be able to, like Ian said, build those relationships. And for us, that's foundational. You know, one of the things for me, and I know it's this way for the other guys, is that what keeps it easy to get on the bus each week is the fact that you know you're going to see friends around in the different places. We're going to see friends of ours.
Absolutely.
And, you know, that was one thing. We forged some great and deepened some great relationships in that 3 days. And it makes those travels even better, because we know there's going to be some really great friends that we see. So I love that.
Ruth Ann Murray Crow says, Josh, can you fix your camera to get a bigger headshot? Why in the Sam Hill would you want a bigger headshot of my face?
Well, the Guardian said your head was big enough.
Right, that's what I thought. That's what. Look there. As a matter of fact, some people saw up here that Dusty Wells was waiting in the wings. Listen, let me say a couple things. Dusty Wells is going to join us here when we come back in just a minute.
Somewhere beyond the grave, there is a land Jesus went to prepare by his nail-scarred hand, and for the saved by grace, there is a resting place. And in a few more days, it will be mine. Some call it heaven, I call it home. Some call it dreaming, let me dream on. Some call it paradise, somewhere beyond the skies. Some call it heaven, but I call it home.
Some call it Oh,
And we are back.
we are back, and we love Squire Parsons.
Yes.
Squire Parsons is one of our favorite people in the whole world, and he just sang that song, I Call It Home. I must say, Riley Wheeler just said, can't get away from commercials. Now, that's true. Yeah. No matter where you go, you got commercials. We got Dusty Wells with us.
Hey, Dusty.
Hey,
Hey, one of my favorite, a lot of my favorite people, all four of you, and one of my favorite groups, Tribute. So glad to be with you guys.
Aw.
honored to have you here.
Dusty is with Daywind Records, our record company, who have been working. They work so hard for us and so many other groups to bring you all the music that you love in a quality that is unmatched by few, by many, unmatched by many. But
That
Dusty,
is a whole lot of work.
that's a whole lot of work. And the reason why you all have been hearing I Call It Home from us is because Daywind has been doing such hard work so that you can hear it.
Not just hard work, amazing work.
Yeah, amazing work.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We have a great team that surrounds you guys, and we have a great team of people that believe in Tribute, and that's what I love. And of course, I've always been a huge fan of Tribute for years. And when I took over this new role a year ago, you had just released a brand new record that still is one of my favorite projects. I tell Gary this all the time. One of my favorite songs, probably in my top 5, is Healer Hasn't Lost His Touch, which I just think is a killer song. But then you guys, and we had great success with that record. But this new project, Quartet 2, when I heard this song, we were talking about it, Josh, the other day. Kyle, who is our incredible marketing guy, the last concert before, the last event that we went to before the pandemic hit was to see you guys out in McMinnville, Tennessee.
I remember that.
And I don't think you had recorded it on the Quartet 2 project. You had done it maybe at the event honoring Squire.
We did.
But
we did.
You sang it that night, and I got goosebumps right now. And I mean, Kyle and I were talking about it the other day. At that point, we said, "Oh my gosh, what is that song from? That is absolutely incredible." And then eventually, Gerald produced the new project, Quartet 2, and you put it on there. And Gerald said, we were all in the studio. Gary, you remember this?
Yes.
He looked at me and Ed Leonard and Kyle, and he said, that is a #1 song. I knew it would be a big song. My faith must have been small that day. I don't know if I knew it was going to be a top 5, a top 2, but I knew it was a special song. So to see where it's at today, oh my gosh, I'm just...
a lot of folks don't know how that song came about for us. Jim Brady, a dear friend of all of ours, called me and he said, hey, and I tell this story night after night, but some folks on here may not have seen us live in concert since we started doing this song, but Jim had called and said, hey, we want you to be part of a special evening in Asheville, North Carolina, celebrating the life of Squire Parsons. And which Squire was there that night, and Jim says, I'd really like for you to do this song. And we didn't have a track for it, so we just got around the piano. And that was actually, guys, if I'm remembering correctly, that was our very first time we had sang it out.
It was.
Night. And when we walked off the platform, I'll never forget, Gerald called me over to where he was sitting. He says, that's a hit. That's a #1 song. Mm-hmm. We've got to record that on Volume 2, Quartet Tribute Volume 2. And that's what we did. And it's been a blessing. Folks, night after night, coming up to the table. And, certain songs, they're just great songs. A good song is a lasting song. That song's over 30-some years old. But it's a song that fits today with everything that we've been through. Folks have lost loved ones over the last year. It's just very timely and very encouraging.
Yeah, I grew up listening to that song, but like Dusty said, and like you're saying, Gary, a good song is a lasting song. But I grew up listening to that song, and Dusty, you kind of said when you and Kyle heard it, you're like, where did this song come from? And yes, Squire is an amazing writer, and he wrote an amazing song, but it's Gerald's production and then Josh's treatment of this song is what makes it so special, because Josh delivers it in such a way that he just speaks right into you. When he's painting this scene, he's painting this picture. I grew up, like I said, hearing this song, but never like this. To me, it's a very special presentation.
Well, it's kind of funny because we did that arrangement at a sound check.
Wow!
Before a concert, Gary had come in and he said, this is what we've been invited to do, and I don't remember where we were, but I just remember that Josh's dad and Josh, you'll have to expound on this, had sang the song when Josh was younger. And so we're like, Josh is going to, and we literally came up with the arrangement you hear us do now in what, maybe 10 minutes?
It was very short time.
Really quick. And it just kind of felt natural the way it came together, and so and Josh's delivery is just amazing.
It's awesome. It's
that's
awesome.
Nice of
It
y'all to
makes
say.
you feel it's one of those true heart songs, but you guys dress it up in a way, I love, that's what Gary says, it's those great songs, that's just a great song, but you guys, even probably dozens of groups have sang that song. I would think you guys took it to a new place. And when I sit there and listen to it, a couple of weeks ago, I got to go out to a church in Thompson Station, and I took my 12-year-old grandson and my wife, Levon, and you guys had your fun songs, and my grandson thought you were hilarious and just awesome. It was his first Southern gospel concert.
So awesome.
And
that's the way to break them in. That's the way to break them in.
Well, it was a great church, too. The people were so receptive.
Yeah, they were.
But Josh sat down at the Squire did the video, and you guys then went into the song. And I'm telling you, my grandson, he leaned over and started holding my hand. And at the end of it, he said, "Papa, that might be my new favorite song." And I'm telling you what, that's where you know the power of music, because I'm old. Not as old as Gary, but I'm just kidding, Gary. I'm just kidding. But it's it relates to, it brings that peacefulness. Home, I love it because, when we were younger, we all thought about heaven, and I still think about heaven, but now I'm like Squire. I think of it as home. It's home. It's going to be home. So I'm so proud of you guys in this song. It moves me. It just moves me.
Well, thank you so much, Leslie. And we appreciate y'all. And I know, we appreciate Gerald Wolf for producing this project. He did Volume 1, Volume 2. And, he's a friend of ours, friend of yours, but he's a friend of gospel music. And, he was really pushing us to do this song to radio, and we felt the same thing. And I just want to say thank you to you and Daywind for entrusting us with our heart about sending this to radio. And God is just truly honoring it and using it.
Yeah, he is. He really is. And there were several of us that just wasn't sure. I knew it'd be a great song, because I've always prided myself on knowing songs that touch the hearts of a person, because music touched my life. But we were a little bit nervous, but I'm so glad that we listened to you. And I'm so glad we listened to Gerald, because Gerald sat in that studio and he looked at all of us, said, "This is a number one song." And I love it when God just says, let me show you what we can do. And here it is. I mean, it's incredible what it's done at radio.
Yeah.
And I love watching y'all do it. I loved watching you do it at the NQC spring break and seeing the audience's response. And I'm sure, I would hope that everybody who's watching this tonight has seen it. But if you haven't, you need to take time and watch, because it's amazing. It's amazing.
What was amazing that night, and of course we couldn't hear that from where we were on stage, but you shared with me, and Gerald shared with me that when we began to sing that first chorus, the audience began to sing along with us. And
it was amazing.
Amazing.
It was. And I just love that. And, I was sitting to the side and I looked over at those people and you knew they were feeling it. And that was just, you have one of the best groups. I mean, Ian, I'm a Ian fan, and Gary fan, and Gus. Lord, that voice is like butter. But I tell you what, Josh made this song his own. It's one of those songs that he'll be known for. The group will be known for, but Josh, he decorated it up and dressed it all up, and he made it his own, and it's just beautiful. It's one of my favorite songs. So,
well, that's very kind of you all to say. I'd love to meet this Josh that you're speaking of. I don't know.
Honestly, Squire has been so kind and gracious to us over the song and singing it that evening. I got to speak with him at when we were doing the celebration for him, and then since then I've received an email, and it's just he's so kind. And when I say we were celebrating one of our heroes, he truly is a hero to gospel music and to many of us. You know, I grew up in West Virginia, and Squire's from West Virginia, and it's just an honor to be able to call him friend and to be able to sing one of his classic songs. And I feel honored for that.
It's awesome. That's so great.
It was. Matter of fact, I think when Jim first contacted us, he gave us a choice between two different songs, didn't he?
Huh.
Well, we were talking about several different songs, and then Jim came back and said, "This is one I really feel like y'all need to do."
Ah, okay. I couldn't remember how that went down. I just remember that whenever that title came up, man, I was ready to pounce on it. You know, I've said before, you know, the song means more to me than just the great song. You know, Dad sung it countless times. Squire was very prevalent in our house, and he didn't even know it.
Wow.
And Dad used to buy his accompaniment tracks and sing with him all the time, and that was one of his go-tos whenever he was going to do a Sunday morning special. Sing a special. So awesome. And that's what he would do. He sang it so many times. I've told the guys I could sing all of the piano licks. I could sing all of the harmonica licks. I could sing all of the background vocal parts because I've just heard it so much. So when this one came to us, I thought, man, we've got to jump on this. You know, I was kind of selfish with that. You know, I want to jump on that. You know.
Well, I'm glad you did. I'm glad Jim Brady was listening to the Lord that day.
Yeah, too. Yes.
It's an incredible song. It's an incredible song, and I'm so glad you guys get to take it and help present it to a whole new generation of people. And it's fun to watch that part of it, watch the song come alive, because there's a lot of people out there that it's new to them. It's new and it's fresh. And it's just really cool, and I'm so glad that we get to be your record company, and we get to help push it and promote it, and help share that incredible music of tribute to a world that so desperately needs to hear about Jesus.
Well, we're so thankful that we're with you all, and we appreciate the work that you're doing. Absolutely.
Cool.
Yep. So listen, everyone wants to know, okay, well, is it a number one? Will it be number one? That depends on you. You've got to call and request. Yes. People come to us all the time and they say, that's going to be a number one song. Well, it won't be if you don't call and request it.
That's right.
You have to call.
A local radio station.
Call your local radio station and request Tribute Quartet singing I Call It Home. That's the way it goes to number one.
And talk about it on social media.
Talk about it with your people. Like this video right here. Yeah. Share it. Y'all listen. Yeah. Clicking share is as easy as clicking like. It's the same motion. Just share it. And if
you're like me, some of that technical stuff is
hit share and tell your friends. If you like this song, if it's a blessing to you, why not try to let it be a blessing to someone else?
Yeah.
And we appreciate it so much.
We do. I'm not saying it just to plug it, but at the same time, people say we love your music. We want more people to hear the music. Well, this is how you do it. This is how you do it.
That's so true. So true. So true.
Well, y'all, we got about 10 minutes left here in just a little bit. Dusty, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you all. I'm so proud of you guys. Can't wait to see what's going to happen with this song the next 2 weeks. Gang, again, it has such a powerful message. So just get the word out about it. And thank you for all your support. I'm sure Gary would love to sell a few of them. So buy a CD. I'm still old, so I buy CDs. I even buy vinyl, but I'm sure that they go to your website and get it. And give it to a friend. Music's one of the greatest gifts that keeps on giving. So
it really is. It really is. And you pointed out something, Dusty. You said you have vinyl. I have vinyl right there. I have vinyl. And guess what, you all?
Yeah.
You all can also collect vinyl. We are going to be launching very, very shortly a vinyl club, the Tribute Vinyl Club. You listen, if it's something that you're interested in and you would like to know more about it, what we're going to do, this is how it works, okay? If you become an exclusive member for $20 every quarter, every 3 months, it's only $20 plus $5 shipping, so it's $25 every quarter. You become an exclusive member, you get the first pressings of the latest vinyl that we're going to have released before it gets to the public, before it gets to our product table at a concert. You'll get a chance. So if that's something that you would be interested in, we need to be able to let you know when it releases. So go to TributeQT.com. That link right there. TributeQT.com/vinyl. Go there, sign up, not for the club, sign up to be notified because we haven't launched the club yet. Sign up to be notified, and as soon as it is up and running, we'll send you an email and show you how to do it and where to go and what's going to be releasing.
And we're excited that Tribute's going to have vinyl.
Yes, Yay. We are too. Yay. Listen, a lot of people are saying, some people are saying in the comments, I have vinyl. I've got a lot of vinyl. Yes, but you don't have no Tribute Quartet vinyl.
That's right.
That's right.
You don't have any. Do what?
I'm going to need a record player.
Well, you can get you a record player.
I'm going to get me a Victrola.
Get you the crank.
You better believe.
I have one of those. Me too, Gary.
But you don't have any. Listen, the deal is vinyl. Y'all, here's a little tidbit of information that a lot of people might not know. Vinyl in 2019 and I believe 2020 outsold CDs.
Sure did.
Really? So it's a collector's thing again.
Sure did. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So go to that link, tributeqt.com/vinyl, and sign up to be notified when it is to release, and you can go get it.
And Dusty, I think you can tell everybody to a degree. We won't share with everything, but we have a lot of great things take place this year with Daywind, new projects, and we'll talk about them at a later time. But we're excited about it.
Yes, we are. I didn't tell you this. We even started listening to a couple of new songs in the last couple of weeks. We've heard a couple of new songs that we were sitting. We're in the process of doing some great things. We're excited. This next year and the end of this year is just be watching for some great, wonderful surprises and treats from our friends Tribute, because we're excited. We're excited.
We're very excited. Oh, it's going to be great. Heather Toe says you can still get them. Well, we know you can still get vinyl. It's not about vinyl is disappearing and we're going to reproduce it. But you don't have any Tribute Quartet vinyl. Tribute Quartet vinyl. We are looking forward to the recording process this fall. It's going to be exciting. We're really excited about it. A lot of people say, well, what songs do you record? We don't know. We're not there yet. We're just in the beginning stages. So y'all pray for that.
But we do have something in the pocket waiting to release, but we'll share it.
Yes.
News with that. We'll share that later. I wasn't going to say it, but I'm going to tell everybody.
I'm glad you said that. There is something coming down the road soon. So yes.
Hey,
next year's a big year too.
Oh yes.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that's a big thing. Tribute will celebrate 15 years.
Woo!
Yes,
buddy, and I feel every year of it.
Did you say, Gus? Did you say 50?
Oh no. Tribute celebrates 15. Gary celebrates 50.
Hey, and another thing, our first _1 song, "Good News from Jerusalem," is it next year, Josh, will be 10 years old.
It will be 10 years old. We recorded it in 2012. That is crazy to think of.
And still sing it basically every night.
Yeah, I have a feeling we're going to sing that one until Jesus comes back.
Yep.
But hey, Ian, you said you made a comment just a second ago. You've lived it all 15 years.
I've been alive for 15 years, yeah.
Okay, but you said you.
No, you said Tribute celebrating 15 years. I said, yeah, and I feel every year of it.
You said every year of it.
I'm feeling all 15 years. I've been praying for it.
He's been wanting this job a long time.
I've been praying for the job 10 years anyway, so I'm feeling it.
Ian, I'm so glad you're there with those other 3 crazy ones. You add a lot more crazy, which I love.
Poor Gary, he's so in trouble.
Oh, listen, Gary, we're going to have to put him in a straitjacket before we get to 15.
People at the concert say, how is it being with that guy? I was talking about Josh. How is it being with that guy on the bus? Is he like that all the time? Well, yes, Josh is Josh 24 hours a day. He's never not him. It's not an act. That's who he is. But true. What people don't realize is on the stage, Josh is who Gary has to worry about. Off of the stage, which is 97% of the time, Gus and I are the ones that Gary has to worry about.
That's probably true.
Corey is just as bad.
Oh, and Corey too.
Corey, yes.
Oh, Corey.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's yeah.
Hey, Ian, while we're online, you should tell the story of how I drive Gary crazy on stage.
I don't think you need to tell everything you know.
Will you please shut up?
I love it.
Go ahead and tell it.
When we were down in Winter Haven, Florida, and it was a particularly responsive night. Josh has this term, laugh sensitive. And we had a laugh-sensitive crowd. Everything that Josh would do, the crowd would just laugh and laugh. It was great. It was fun. But it's easy for Josh to play off of. And Gary was trying to transition from fun stuff and joking into a serious moment, and he was trying so hard. But Josh was just feeding off the crowd, and it could not calm it down. And Gary kept turning around and giving Josh signals like, let's rein it in, let's bring it in. Finally, he had enough, and like if we're behind him, and Gary's facing away, he spins around and he goes, "Will you please shut up?" talking
I don't remember that.
That's okay. That's okay. You may not remember it, but we do.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Gary said, I don't remember that. I like it.
That's become a bus standard now, right? That's everybody does that now. Please shut up.
That's so funny.
Which was awful because it made it even funnier for me.
Exactly right. That's funny. That's hilarious.
Well, listen, I want to wrap this up, but before we go, guys, now listen, everyone, stay with us. There's a performance of I Call It Home coming up that you don't want to miss. If you don't want to miss it, but before we say good night, let me run this by real quick. Our tour. People want to know where you can find our tour, where we're going to be. You could find it at tributequartet.com/tour. tour. We make it really easy. We make it really easy. Also, if you want to know kind of where we're going to be here soon, on the 23rd, we're in LaGrange, Georgia. On the 24th, we're at Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, singing in the sun. There's our dates right there. 425, Fayetteville, North Carolina. 429, McDonough, Georgia. And then 430, Camilla, Georgia. If you know of anyone over there, if you're not from there, but you know someone in those states, perhaps you don't know how far away they are from there. If they're in the States, send it to them anyway. They may know someone who's there. Let someone know. So share this video. Share this video. Also, people want to know where you going to be. You could sign up for our free email newsletter, y'all. If you ask us online where we're going to be, 9 times out of 10, we're not going to know. The bus driver's the only person that really knows where we're going. He's the only one that really needs to know where we're going, because he needs to take us to where we need to get off the bus. But you can sign up for our newsletter at tributeqt.com/join. So go join, be in the know. People, it's funny, when Ian first came on board, people were asking, well, what happened? Well, if you sign up for our newsletter, you'll know. You would have known. Sign up, tributeqt.com/join. Join our newsletter.
Really, that question kind of answers itself. What happened? They hired me. That's what happened.
That's what happened. Yeah, what happened with the change? Well, if you would have been on our newsletter, you would have known. Join. And we let you know when we're going to be near you. About 2 weeks out, we send an email that says, hey, we're going to be near you. It's real easy. It's real working. Also, one more plug. We also have a platform where you can text us, y'all. You can text us, and we'll answer. Isn't that amazing? So you can text us. Text the word join to 615-398-4324. 615-398-4324. Don't be sure you get those numbers. 615-398. There's some lady here in Nashville that keeps getting the word join texted to her because everyone keeps typing in the wrong number. 615-398-4324. Look at it when you type it. Mama, Pawpaw, look at your phone when you type it. Because that lady is getting sick and tired of it because she's sending texts to people going, I don't know what's going on. You can't join nothing here. That's a true story. People think I'm making up that story. That's a true story. That's a true story. Join the text.
Ain't nothing here.
Ain't nothing to join here. I don't know what you're texting or who you're texting. Guys, thank y'all so much. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us. If you would like to see I Call a Home go to #1, call your local radio station and request it. That easy.
Well, and if like the lady in Michigan said a second ago, you don't have a local radio station, call somebody else's local radio station.
Yes, call somebody else's radio station. Oh, I love you guys. Love you, Dusty.
Love you all so much. Proud of you guys. So proud of you,
Dusty. Love you, Dusty.
Everybody that's watching, thank you.
Yes.
We love you. We appreciate your support, and we hope to see you down the road somewhere real soon.
Good night.
Good night, everyone. Bye.
Somewhere beyond the grave, there is a land where Jesus went to prepare by his own hand. And for the saved by grace, there is a resting place. And in a few more days, well, it will be mine. Some call it heaven. I call it home. Some call it dreaming. Let me dream on. Some call it paradise. Somewhere beyond the skies. Some call it heaven. I just call it home. Someone said, you can't go. I'm back home again. And things will never, never be as good as they have been. Well, I have good news for you. Oh, in heaven comes into view. One glimpse and you'll know the best is yet to come. Some call it heaven. I call it home. Some call it dreaming. Well, just go ahead and let me keep dreaming on and on and on and on. Or some call it paradise. Somewhere behind the skies. Oh, some call it heaven. I call it home. Some call it heaven.